April is your absolute last chance to establish ground covers before the brutal summer heat bakes the soil. If you are exhausted from endlessly pulling weeds and buying expensive mulch, planting a living carpet is your ultimate landscaping cheat code. Welcome back to Garden Sprout Gardening, where we are urgently breaking down 7 fast-spreading plants you need to put in the dirt this weekend. Let's ditch the boring lawn and discover these problem-solving, low-maintenance spreaders that actually do the hard work for you. Instead of a basic flat lawn, imagine a vibrant, cascading waterfall of pink and purple completely taking over your hardest to mow slopes. Creeping Phlox is a spring-blooming masterpiece that absolutely needs to be planted in April so its shallow roots can lock in before July. When planted at the top of a retaining wall, it spills over the concrete edges, instantly softening harsh architectural lines. This rugged evergreen literally smothers its own needle-like foliage with thousands of star-shaped flowers just as the spring season peaks. It naturally thrives in the absolute worst rocky soils where expensive, delicate flowers would instantly give up and die. By creating a dense, interlocking mat, it permanently shadows the soil and stops frustrating weed seeds from ever germinating. You can completely throw away your fertilizer schedule because this powerhouse actually prefers lean, unamended dirt. Get it in the ground now, and you will secure a breathtaking zero mowing floral carpet for the rest of your life. If you have a patchy, dying lawn that you hate mowing, creeping thyme is the fragrant, heavy-duty replacement you need right now. Planting this tough perennial before May guarantees it will spread aggressively and knit itself together before the summer droughts arrive. What makes this plant so incredibly special is its durability. You can literally walk all over it without causing any permanent damage. Every time your shoes crush the tiny leaves, it releases a spectacular, refreshing herbal scent across your entire front yard. By early summer, the low-lying foliage completely disappears under an explosive blanket of bright magenta or purple nectar-rich blooms. It is famously drought-tolerant, meaning you can completely shut off your sprinkler system once the roots are established. Furthermore, the dense structure acts like a living armor for your soil, effortlessly choking out invasive crabgrass and dandelions. Swap your thirsty grass for creeping thyme this month and reclaim your weekends from the endless chore of lawn maintenance. Every yard has that one depressing, heavily shaded corner where absolutely nothing seems to grow, but Ajuga is here to fix that. Utilizing the cool April rain helps this aggressive spreader establish its runners quickly in those notoriously dark, tricky spots. Instead of boring green, it offers deeply textured metallic foliage in stunning shades of chocolate, bronze, and dark burgundy. When mid-spring hits, it completely transforms the shadows by shooting up 6-inch vertical spikes of brilliant violet-blue flowers. Because it spreads so rapidly via underground stolons, it swallows bare dirt fast and permanently replaces the need for expensive wood mulch. It creates a living barrier that is so thick, even the most stubborn weeds simply cannot push their way through. As a fantastic bonus for woodland gardens, hungry deer and rabbits absolutely despise the taste and will completely ignore it. Stop fighting the shade and plant this dark-leafed problem solver today for permanent, effortless color under your trees. If you have large, empty patches of bare dirt that need immediate color right this second, Virginia stock is your ultimate rapid response ground cover. Because it is a fast-growing annual grown directly from seed, sowing it this April guarantees an explosive carpet of blooms in just a few short weeks. It completely transforms boring soil by producing a dense, low-growing mat absolutely covered in tiny four-petaled flowers in cheerful shades of pink, lilac, and white. As an incredible bonus, these delicate little blooms release a surprisingly potent, sweet fragrance that makes spending time in your spring garden an absolute delight. You do not need to be a landscaping expert to grow it, as you literally just scatter the seeds over loose dirt, water them, and walk away. It acts as a phenomenal temporary living mulch, effortlessly shading the soil to block aggressive weeds while your permanent perennial plants are still waking up. Even though its lifespan is short, it enthusiastically drops its own seeds at the end of the season, cheerfully returning to surprise you again next year. Scatter Virginia stock seeds this weekend for an instant, foolproof, and wildly colorful ground cover that delivers maximum impact for pennies. If you want to make the darker foliage in your yard pop, nothing creates contrast quite like the stunning snow in summer. You must plant this right now in the mild April weather because it hates trying to establish roots in hot, humid conditions. The name is perfectly literal. In late spring, the plant completely covers itself in a blizzard of pristine, bright white blooms. When it is not flowering, the woolly, silver-gray foliage provides a brilliant, luminous glow that looks high-end and expertly designed. It is the ultimate problem solver for dry, sandy slopes where water drains too quickly for standard plants to survive. It rapidly weaves a dense, silvery mat that cascades beautifully over rough retaining walls or soften harsh driveway edges. Because it despises wet feet, you rarely have to water it, and it never asks for a single drop of fertilizer. Plant this silver marvel right away to guarantee a luxurious, weed-blocking blanket that drastically upgrades your home's curb appeal. Finding a ground cover that thrives beneath giant, moisture-stealing shade trees is incredibly difficult, but sweet woodruff is the elegant exception. April is the absolute perfect time to tuck this into the dirt before the tree canopy fully leaves out and blocks the sun. It features highly unique, star-shaped whorls of bright green leaves that instantly inject a lush, fairy tale texture into your darkest garden beds. Right in the middle of spring, it produces floating clusters of tiny, brilliant white flowers that beautifully illuminate the shadows. Beyond its incredible visual charm, the crushed foliage emits a fantastic fragrance, reminiscent of fresh vanilla and newly mown hay. It behaves as a highly enthusiastic spreader, quickly weaving a living mulch that locks crucial moisture into the soil for your larger trees. It keeps aggressive weeds permanently buried in the dark, and its delicate appearance hides a toughness that completely deters grazing deer. Add sweet woodruff to your shaded zones this month and enjoy a fragrant, zero-effort woodland carpet that takes care of itself. Closing out our list is the absolute best plant for filling those awkward, muddy gaps between your stepping stones, blue star creeper. Getting it planted right now guarantees it will form a tight, gap-filling mat before your family starts utilizing the yard this summer. This exceptionally low-profile spreader forms a vibrant green carpet that bravely handles heavy, daily foot traffic from kids and dogs alike. From late spring all the way into early autumn, it produces a relentless, magical display of tiny, pale blue, star-shaped flowers. It is phenomenally adaptable, spreading with equal aggression in the full, baking sun or the partially shaded areas of your front walkway. Because it grows with such dense vigor, it functions as a highly effective weed barrier that drastically cuts down your weekend chores. It effortlessly softens the rigid lines of brick or flagstone hardscaping, seamlessly tying your entire front yard design together. Plant Blue Star Creeper this weekend to eliminate muddy pathways and secure a tough, blooming floor for your outdoor living spaces. So there you have it. 7 fast-spreading, weed-choking ground covers you desperately need to get in the dirt before April ends. Before you head out to the garden center, here's a crucial tip for planting any spreading ground cover. Always loosen the top 2 inches of your soil before planting. Ground covers spread by sending out runners that need to quickly grab onto the earth, and hard, compacted soil will severely stunt their growth and leave you with bare patches. Just a quick raking before you plant makes it incredibly easy for the roots to travel, ensuring your living carpet fills in twice as fast this summer. Thank you so much for spending your time with Garden Sprout Gardening today, and happy planting!